Alright, welcome to the second official tutorial, and today I'm going to be showing you how to decide which programming language you should use. Now, after this decision, we will be going into depth with the language that I personally think is a very good language to start off with, and might pop in some extra languages. But to understand and comprehend, it's just, once you learn one language, you practically know every other language around it, since most languages were built around the same language. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, I want to start off with Windows Visual Studio 2010. It's a designer language, which means you can draw up programs from scratch. Also, it's good for the C family. Let's see, hold on. Sorry about that. But, the C family is, I think, where the best start is, and I'll be coming back to that in a second. This is Embarcadero, aka Delphi. Someone please comment or post a video response on the correct pronunciation on that. But, you can get Delphi, and there are other ways to post this, but I can't post any illegal software links on YouTube because they will remove them. But on the website, which is almost complete, we'll post a bunch of there. So if there's a link that I can't post up, it'll definitely be on the website that you can check out. But it's under your own responsibility, and it's for educational purposes only. So I'm not responsible for dumb things you could possibly do. But Delphi is another sort of programming language just like this one. You can come up with main programs and stuff like that. There are the features on the list of the side. You can do a bunch of 3D with that as well. But I don't recommend Delphi because it can only be run on Windows. And the .NET framework bad here on Visual Studio is that you do need .NET framework. If you don't have .NET framework, you can't run some of these programs, but apart from that, it's pretty good. Delphi requires Windows. Python, my favorite language. Python is very powerful, but if you did look up the top 10 programming languages, you'll see the Python is top 5 material. But also, you will see that Python sometimes is underestimated, and not many tutorials are out on Python because not many people recognize the power in Python. But I will also, when I start the first tutorial, I will explain a couple things here and there and show you why this is a very strong language. But just keep in mind that Python is very powerful. Alright, let's move on to Ruby. Ruby is a very good language as well. Not as powerful, but somewhat easy to learn. You can also try Ruby in your browser. Ruby is also in different languages. You can download their language packs. There's a bunch of tutorials on that too. Not very hard. But this programming language, assembly, it's very hard to find a bunch of tutorials on here. So I did find a book on him. Also, the client in there can be just used off text editing. For example, go here, Notepad++. I'll have this in the description for this video and the next one, in which we are going to start scripting. Here's just an example of a couple scripts I posted up. This I borrowed when I was trying to learn WX-Python, but I'm not pretty good with it, and assembly, so you can automatically just switch the language into whatever you want. So just change it back to Python. Okay. Another great language. These are the top 10. Before I continue, just a couple examples. Notice how I haven't explained anything about PHP, because it is a programming language, but it's something like HTML. I really won't be going into detail, but my friend MBChampo3, he will be going into detail with that. Pascal is basically the same thing as Delphi, but also I'll just be explaining this. RPG we won't even be touching, but if there are an increase in some languages you want to learn off this top 20 list and top 50 list, I guess, I'll scavenge around and look about. Notice how Python is creeping up, because Java is slowly now becoming the international language, but Python is up there. And notice how all these languages that require compilers and stuff are going down, but a compiler is very important, because that's what's necessary to run C programs. But onto Java, I'll put a bunch of post-its up like I always do in my videos, just to explain the things I quickly go over. Java, very good language, very easy to learn. The only thing about it is there's so much to know about Java before you're very good at it. But I recommend Java. Very good language. Keep that in mind. It's also very strong. It's used to make the video games, RuneScape and whatnot, but just keep that in mind as well. We're also going to go into Eclipse. Eclipse is the IDE, like sort of like the text editor I showed you. It's a very good thing to start off with, and it's able to host in many different languages like Java, and it comes with a pre-compiler, which is pretty nice. And then we're going to go to our final language, Perl. I really haven't touched upon Perl, but I'm pretty sure MBChomp is working on that at the moment. Excuse me. But it is also a very strong language, very old, but still resourceful. Once you tackle these languages, you can go for Perl and assembly. But why use Visual Studio 2010 Express? I might be showing you how to do that. Actually, I will on the website. But this hosts all of the C family. I'm gonna be explaining with C. I'm gonna post a bunch of tutorials on the website. I won't really be covering C that much in the beginning, but as weeks go by, I will start to cover C. MBChomp will be placing videos on my channel, his channel, and there will be a big announcement in the next upcoming videos. But stay tuned and keep watch. These are the main languages that it can host. Comes with network frame. So start off with this. Very good. Comes with its own compiler. Don't mess around with any of these languages, but if you're a pro already, you can check out these languages, but I do recommend using C. But if you don't heed my warning, then you pick any other language, it'll be only harder. Like I did, I started off with Python, and since it's so strong, and I was such a beginner at the point, I didn't know much, but this is a very good start. So until then, stay tuned and subscribe, please. Also subscribe to NBChompo3. Stay tuned for upcoming videos. Also, I'm talking about a big announcement. Website is about 95% complete. We're just filing everything together, and it should be set for you in the next week or so. We're gonna start going with heavy duty stuff. But again, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.